The United Healthcare CEO, I see that as different. As radicalized as that is, and as divisive as it is, I do not believe that it's divisive in a way where it's conservatives versus liberals.
Oh my God.
And I see the United Healthcare situation less about left-right. I think the Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely situation, just as my personal observation, I think that that's more conservatives, people on the right compared to people on the left. I think that people are more aligned with their teams that they typically decide to just be aligned with and use that to guide them rather than just using their moral compass and being objective. I see that more with the Daniel Penny, Jordan Neely situation. The United Healthcare CEO, I see that as different. As radicalized as that is, and as divisive as it is, I do not believe that it's divisive in a way where it's conservatives versus liberals. I actually see that as, and a lot of people have been labeling it as, the elite versus the working class people, from a perspective on it. And I see that more a lot. Like, it's funny because even in these conversations, I think some will come up where this United Healthcare situation, it's not just people on the left. And I think Ben Shapiro made this mistake. So I think we're going to review that in his video, where Ben Shapiro is just assuming that people on the left are the ones cheering for this United Healthcare CEO being killed. And then it's the common sense people on the right and conservatives that are saying, this is terrible, we can't. And it's not that. There's a lot of people that are conservative that voted for Donald Trump that are sitting here saying like, yo, I don't really feel as bad as a lot of y'all are trying to make me feel, because I think that these healthcare organizations, a lot of these insurance companies, they put out a lot of evil. And as I'm saying this, it almost feels a little bit Malcolm X, chickens coming home to roost-ish. Now, I'm not saying that it's the totally same situation, but if your reputation, and I'm not saying that the murder at all was justified. Not saying that at all. Not saying that at all. I want to be very clear on that. However, and let me put a period on that. Period. However, this is the next sentence. However, when you have a people in a country that experience death, loss, hardships, bankruptcy, and a lot of pain from insurance companies that they pay into that deny their claims or that do not give them the things that they're looking to get in order to perhaps save a family member's life, save their life, make them not have to go through pain, allow them to get a surgery that may save their life or improve their quality of life. When you put out a certain energy that makes people think, or that brings out these type of emotions when you're talking about your loved ones, could you imagine? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. If I had United Healthcare, if my family had United Healthcare, if a family member of mine had United Healthcare, I don't want to put any particular names on it because I don't want to put that energy out there. But if a family member, if somebody, let me just say somebody, I don't even want to say family member. That's the energy I'm on right now. If there was a person out here and somebody close to them had United Healthcare and their medical treatment, whatever they needed, got denied, and they ended up passing away, dying, or if they ended up having their life impacted severely in a negative way, you think that person is feeling compassion, is feeling empathy for the United Healthcare CEO? Would you? I'm asking, would you? If something happened to somebody close in your family where they're paying into this insurance company, and this is why I always, and this is very consistent for the people that may not watch this show consistently, I consistently call out the healthcare industry. It's terrible. How do I know? I work in it. I see some of the things that happen. It's terrible. They want you sick. They want you injured. They want you naive. They want you scared, so they can make money off of it. I think they had a couple Netflix shows on, what was it? The Netflix that was showing the family member that was the first ones to start pushing this opioid crisis, that were pushing all of this medicine that they know were harming and killing a lot of Americans. So if you're the CEO, if you're the owner of a company where you know that you're coming, I'm not saying that this is the exact case with United Healthcare. I'm talking about the Netflix show that I was watching. I believe it was like Sadler or something. Like, somebody write in the comments if you're familiar with that show that they put out. If you're aware of your company putting out evil, putting out death, causing harm and death to people, we're all energy based, right? The energy you put out is going to eventually come back. So if you had somebody in your family die from an overdose, and you see a company like that, a big pharmaceutical company like that, on that Netflix show, and you see the evil intentions that they have, you feeling sympathy for them? You're feeling empathy for them? And I think that this is it's become like the new question. I saw somebody saying, like, do you feel empathy for the United Healthcare CEO? That's the new that's the new, like, it was a question where they were saying, like, that's the new January 6th. Like, do you condemn the January 6th, or something like that? Or something. They were saying, like, that's the new question that people ask. And I think what they really mean is sympathetic, sad, from a standpoint, rather than meaning empathy, understanding. To each their own. But for people to not understand how you can see what happened to that United Healthcare CEO, terrible situation, gunned down like a dog. I'm hearing all these different things. Yeah, terrible. Terrible. I don't want anybody getting shot like that. I don't want anybody getting shot like that. And I also don't want people putting out and working with certain companies and harming certain people and being okay with justifying you making more of a profit instead of that person being able to take care of their family and being caught up in this whole terrible healthcare system that we have in this country. So what I get it. I get why a lot of people wouldn't feel empathy. I can't think of anybody in my family that has gone through this type of situation. I'm sure I have family members that have. I'm just saying that I can't think of any. But that would destroy me. That would destroy me. And I think that we're not being, like, we're getting caught up in the sides too much, where let's just get to the video. My apologies. Let's get to the actual video that I'm referring to. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon.